Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Abde Ezzalzouli, as it has been reported that the 15 million rated winger has really convinced Xavi and his stay at Barcelona is already certain. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about the right back issue, as it has been reported that Barca are still not ruling out a move for this 31-year-old Borussia Dortmund right back by name Thomas Munier. He is a low-cost option. We are also going to be discussing about that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona winger Ace Abde started two of his side's three pre-season matches, and according to what Gabriel Sanz of Mundo Deportivo is saying, his performances have convinced Xavi, so much so that the player is now closer to staying than leaving. Abde, who spent the previous season on loan at Osasuna, had good enough exposure, playing 34 times while scoring 6 goals. As a result, President Joan Laporta recently affirmed that the plan with Abde is to assure that he stays and continue and make sure that he gets enough playing time for the upcoming season. Laporta's words read, "The idea is for Abde to be in the first team. Xavi has told us that he really wants him and he is very happy. I'm also happy too," Laporta said. They say one man's pain is another man's pleasure. Barca are extremely gutted to lose Ousmane Dembele to PSG at this point in the transfer window, but all this comes as good news for Abde. If Barca do not sign a replacement, he will get to feature more often than not next season. For what it is worth, Abde's performances last season did not go unnoticed, as it is believed that the winger had offers from the La Liga. He also had offers from Premier League and Bundesliga, but it would only take an irresistible offer for the suitors to dislodge FC Barcelona. Ace Abde is on a mission to prove his worth to the manager, and his performance against Arsenal in Barca's first pre-season game was a perfect testament. In a match that ended 5-3 in Arsenal's favor, Abde shone the brightest in the first half. The winger also started in the final game against AC Milan and caused a lot of trouble to the defenders with his pace and directness. Performances such as these will only assert his claim, and judging by the book of things, he is safe to stay, and of course Xavi is already convinced by that. Of course, Abde is a player that I've really liked for a long time, especially when he went last season on loan, proved Xavi wrong, and I definitely think that Abde is a player that Barca should keep. And I think it's great to see that the coaching staff is happy with the player. And of course, we can see him in preseason last week in the USA. He was so good. And it doesn't come as a surprise at all that the manager really wants to keep him after seeing him impress since his loan days at Osasuna till now. He's been consistent on the way he plays. And of course, also happy for the fact that President Joan Laporta have also given his green light and his support for the player to stay, noting that Abde is a great player. And of course, Barca will really need him in the team next season. And of course, there was still a lot of doubts. We quite remember when Abde was linked with a lot of clubs, especially in La Liga, most especially Real Betis. And to be honest, I was scared that Abde will not still feature for the Barca first team this upcoming season. But as soon as the Dembele deal to PSG went through, there was that optimism that Abde will do something great, and of course, the likeliness of the player staying is greater because Dembele is not there. Why should Barca get rid of another talented player who is their own academy product for free? I think that It's a blessing in disguise that Dembele left. Let's be honest. I'm sorry to the Dembele fans, but I definitely think that things were meant to be this way. Abde should stay, and from the look of things, he will stay, as Laporta have given his green light, and Xavi is reportedly said to be happy with the player's attitude and his performances, both in the training, both in the pitch, and of course, I think Abde will be trying to make the most of that opportunity. And if Xavi can give him that trust to take over that role as the Dembele replacement, and he does well there, then it's going to be something great to talk about. So let's see how it goes for Abde. There have also been talks of Lamine Yamal, as Barca are also strongly considering that Lamine Yamal will stay for the upcoming season, especially as the Dembele saga, you know, especially as Dembele have left for PSG, giving some room for the player to enter into the fray and try his luck. And I think that Dembele's move to PSG will help some of these youngsters to further grow their talents. Then on to the next story of discussion. With Barcelona still on the lookout for a new right back, several options are being looked at by the club. João Cancelo has been seen as the main priority, but the deal could be scuppered because of finances involved and the rising interest in him from Saudi Arabia. Juan Foyth of Villarreal is seen as too expensive, whereas Ivan Fresneta's lack of experience is thought as of concern for Xavi Hernandez. As such, Arno Martinez of Girona has emerged as an option, with the 20-year-old generating total consensus within the club's sporting department. But his 20 million euros release clause could again pose challenges, especially with Barca planning to go all out for Bernardo Silva. And Mundo Deportivo's Gabriel Sanz is now reporting that Barca have thus not completely ruled out the possibility of signing Thomas Munier for Borussia Dortmund. The you know the 31-year-old Belgian international has long been linked with a move to Barca, with former director Yuri Cruyff pushing for his signing on multiple occasions. In fact, Barca are close to signing Munier in January 2022, but Dortmund's financial demands led to the move collapsing. However, that would not be an issue this time out, as the former PSG defender is out of favor at Signal Iduna Park and has only left 1 year on his contract. The report even suggests that Borussia Dortmund could let Munier leave for free and his wages will not be an issue for the La Liga champions. As such, the signing of the Belgian right back is not completely ruled out, as he would come at a low cost and with a lot of experience. However, he is not seen as a priority target at this point. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.